just gotta send it. Look at this, guys. Wow. Just check this out. I just slid down the whole thing. Trip definitely didn't go perfectly. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Max and I started this YouTube channel to film and document the process of turning this Toyota Sequoia into a camper. I have a little different of a video today. I know all of the videos in this series so far have been about the building process, but today I'm going to be switching things up. So I'm actually going to go and give this bed frame a test. My plan is to try and find a viewpoint in one of the Oregon forests near here, so don't really have any spots in mind. Just gonna go up some Forest Service roads and see if I can find anything. Never really done anything like this before. Super excited to give this a test, and yeah, let's see what happens. Alright, I'm doing it. About to head out. Got a few stops I need to make before I start driving to the trail. First is getting some gas, and then second, just grab some food just for the night. Just made it to the trail. There's definitely some snow, a lot more snow than I was expecting. Trying to decide now if it's worth going up. There's definitely not a lot of snow. I just don't have great tires on this thing. I do have four-wheel drive, which definitely helps, but these tires are pretty bald, to say the least. I think once I get up a little bit into the sun, I'm pretty sure that the roads will be clear. Wrong. One of the main reasons I'm doing this trip is to kind of just test everything out, and by doing that, things come up and you learn stuff. Already just on the drive here, I learned that I definitely need to secure this bed. If I push the brakes down, like, even if I wasn't like stomping on them, but just with some force, this whole bed just slid forward. So definitely need to secure that. I don't have the best tires, which is the only reason I'm a little bit hesitant, but I think I'm just gonna give it a shot. I do have one question for anyone else who has a Sequoia or like knows Toyotas really well. When you're shifting into four-wheel drive, I've been told two different things. A couple people have told me that when you're shifting into four-wheel drive, pushing this button here, that you should put the car in neutral. But recently I was at a Toyota mechanic getting the timing belt done, and they told me that when you shift into four-wheel drive, you should be in park. Now, I don't know if it really matters. Maybe both of them work, but if you have a Sequoia or know Toyota as well, like, let me know. I'm new to Toyotas and how four-wheel drive works and all of that, so I'd love some advice with that. For now, I'm just gonna leave it in park because that seemed to work, and that's what the Toyota mechanics told me. So in park, just going to push the four-wheel drive. Every now and then that orange light, the center diff light, flashes, but as soon as I put it in reverse or drive, it seems to go away. Four-wheel drive is on. Let's go give this a shot. Let's see how she does going up this. So there's definitely a good amount of snow on this road here. So far, so good. There's definitely a bunch of viewpoints and what looks like viewpoints on Google Earth, but no one has gone down this way yet, so it's just fresh snow. So I think we just gotta send it, honestly. Like, we're up here, it's super pretty. Here we go. No turning back now.
A few moments later.
I just decided to turn around. This road started going downhill and kind of like back into the trees, and I'm kind of looking for a viewpoint to set up tonight. So I think there's a few other spots I'm gonna try just farther up the road. So here's the plan. There's some viewpoints here for sure. The thing is, I'm kind of like on the shaded side of the mountain, So once the sun sets, it's gonna get dark here pretty quick. I was looking at Google Earth and I found what seems to be a few more viewpoints farther up and on the other side. So kind of like facing west where the sun sets. So I think I want to try and continue up the road and see if I can get to the other side and get to one of those viewpoints. It's definitely gonna be outside my comfort zone. I was kind of thinking I'd be camping pretty close to the road just in case something happened. It's my first time really doing this, but I think I'm going to push myself a little bit here and try and explore a little farther. There's definitely options to camp along here if I don't find the spot on the other side of this hill here. It's 3:30. I think sunset isn't until 5 or later this time of year, so I definitely have plenty of time to kind of go explore a little more. So that's what I'm gonna go do. Guys, check this out. There's definitely like some roads that look somewhat promising, and then all along that hillside I can see some roads up there. I think I found my spot for the night, so check this out. It's a nice flat area. It's kind of around the corner, so it seems pretty quiet. There's just a really pretty view of like the mountains. Sorry, I lied. I'm actually gonna keep going up a little farther just out of curiosity since I have the time. There seems to be a couple more campsites farther up. Might as well like go check them out. There's a big herd of elk up this road. Oh yeah, up there. Sorry, I don't have my zoom lens on, but there they go, right across the road up there. Now this looks like a camp spot. Holy cow. Look at this, guys. I'm so glad I kept going. This is definitely going to be my home for the night. This is it. This is the spot. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna park back in so I have a view of the mountains, and I'll show you guys from outside. Unfortunately, I didn't bring snow boots. Let's see. Man, this is definitely a spot to come back to. I'll show you guys what happened with the bed, because this is kind of annoying. Normally, the drawers would be back here, but they slid pretty much all the way forward up against the seats when I stepped on the brakes a little bit. I think my plan for now is just hang out. It is 4 o'clock, so I still have like an hour until sunset, so I just rolled the back window down a bit here. I know camping 5 or 6 miles away from a major highway is maybe not the most adventurous. It's definitely a lot different than camping 40 or 50 miles out into the backcountry. But for me, just with the Sequoia being a new car, it being my first time really like overland camping, and basically one of the first times I've slept in the back of the car and camped, it's definitely outside my comfort zone. I was planning to camp at a viewpoint only about 1 mile away from the highway, which makes it pretty easy in case something happens to get back and get on the main roads. But I decided to push a little farther, and being out in a new location by myself 6 or 7 miles away from any like major highway, like it's just, yeah, it makes me a little nervous, but that's okay. Like I'm sure I'll get more comfortable with it. All right, update. I have just been hanging out, flew drones for a little bit. Pretty awesome spot to fly. Super quiet and tons of open area, so that was fun. It's probably one of those nights where this usually happens when I've been camping before, where the sun sets and then you kind of like end up going to bed because it's dark and it's hard to hang outside longer. So probably gonna be going to bed early tonight, but that's okay because it means I'll be able to wake up early and hopefully watch the sunrise. I'm back in the car now. I was just out taking a few like videos and photos and everything. The sun kind of went down below some clouds now, so I'm not sure if it's gonna come back out tonight. It's getting cold out there too, so. The sun did come back out just for a little bit there, maybe like 3 or 4 minutes, so you know I had to bring the drone out and get a few shots. If the shots turn out as I was hoping for, they'll be on my Instagram. That'll be in the description below. It's about 6 o'clock now, and it's already cold in here, and I'm under a blanket already, so that's not a great sign. It's gonna be a cold night. I was just so excited to come and test this thing out. I wasn't really considering the temperatures until I got up here. It's getting dark and windy now, so I'm probably just gonna hang out and go to bed here pretty soon. It's only 6:30, but I will see you guys in the morning. Just about 6:30 and I just woke up. It was a long night. Yeah, I honestly didn't sleep that well. First of all, just the sleeping pad wasn't great. Second was, it was just so cold last night. I don't know if you guys can see this, but on the windows right now, they're just like covered in ice all around. And the last thing that kind of kept me up was just a bunch of like these what if scenarios, like just going through my head. I've always liked the idea of being able to come and camp up in these places, and it was definitely awesome. But once it got dark and I just had like a bunch of time to myself, I started thinking like, well, what if the car doesn't start? What if someone comes down and tries to rob me? Or, you know, like all these situations that were probably super unrealistic. But when I had like 12 or 13 hours of just darkness and nothing else to do, that's kind of what I started to think about. So I mean, I think the more I do this, like the easier it'll get. I think the plan now is to start the car, let it warm up so I can get rid of all this ice, and so I can warm up too, and then hopefully I can watch the sunrise from the back of the car. I just checked, it's about like 19 degrees out there right now, and then with like the wind, it was saying like the wind chill is like 14, so it's definitely cold. It is super cold. Starting to warm up a little bit, but still pretty cold. I think my plan is just to start packing up and then start making my way back to the main highway. The tires I got right now. Alright guys, so I think that's going to do it for this video. I'm about a mile out from the main highway. So thanks so much for watching. This was definitely a new experience. So this trip definitely made me a little nervous, I'll be honest there. There were a lot of firsts on this trip. The first time I've really taken this vehicle off-road, the first time I've slept in the vehicle, the first time I've really done some like dispersed camping. I have some new ideas for things I can change, and I'll definitely be excited to get started on some of those to make this even better. Holy shit, I know I just said that this video is over, but I was just like a mile out and there's this like pretty steep hill, and I just slid down the whole thing. I was worried about these tires, like especially coming down hills here, and I just fully lost traction. I was trying to get into the middle of the road, where there's like a little bit more of snow buildup, but the car like wasn't steering or anything. I was like pumping the brakes really hard. Eventually like it kind of flattened out and I was able to like, just after pumping the brakes a lot, got it to kind of slow down and I got into the side of the road. But that was extremely sketchy. I think it's just all iced over right now. All right, I just made it down from the trail, but that took a unexpected turn there at the end. So one of my other like hobbies is cars, and I have done like a little bit of like rally driving. Taking a few rally driving classes has actually really helped, just for like snow driving, winter driving. It gives me a lot more confidence in those situations where you're losing traction to be able to like correct and get out of it. So I guess some of those classes are coming handy for some non-rally stuff too. So now that I'm back on the highway, that's gonna actually do it for this video. Thanks again for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.